2017 Nissan Murano all-wheel drive. We're doing an oxygen sensor. It's bank 1, sensor 2. If you've had the code P2096, we're already checked the intake for leaks. We've done a smoke test on this. Everything else has been checked out, so it seems like it's just a faulty reading from this sensor. We got 21 millimeter for the lug nuts. So there's a plastic piece here, and there's a couple plastic grommets. Okay, so here, all right, so if you look, so there's a center part, and then there's the outer part. Pop out the center, and then you pop out the back. Remove this little piece here. It's just a little piece, see it? It's got like 3 grommets, so that's the only other thing that I've removed for this oxygen sensor. And I'm going to get under here and show you what I've done to break the other one loose. But it's because it's a little tricky, so I might be working a little bit backwards here. But I'm gonna show you. First of all, let's look at the sensor here. So this is the sensor we're replacing. So the sensor itself, not a big deal, but if we look here, here's the connector for the old one. And you see where it came out of up there. Get up here, and it's going to be difficult for me to do here, but hold on, I'm going to show you. So you're going to have to get in here and press on this. So you probably don't want to do it like that. You probably want to get your finger and press it decently, and then use your other hand to pull the other end out. It should come out fairly easy, so if you're pulling on too hard, if it's not coming out, you may not be getting this to release. So you got to push that kind of hard, but just, you know, as long as you don't break it, you'll get it out of there. And then the wire has one connection up here that it catches into. And I'm going to show you. Hold on. Just move this light here. So if you're looking right here, see, it's all rusted, but that's a clip. So I already pulled it out, but it goes into the clip like that. So you can't see, but this is where it catches back here. So if I were to squeeze it in there like that, so I pull it a little harder and it would seat all the way. So I'm going to push that out. That was the first thing I did, and I disconnected it. Now it's already loose from down there. So now I'm going to take you down here, and I'm going to show you what I did, and I'm going to try to see if I can pull it out while I'm down here. But all right, so for this thing, I didn't leave myself a lot of room here. I'm working on the street, and I don't have it up very high. Oh fuck! All right. So this is bank 1, sensor 2. You probably can't see anything under here. This is really shitty filming, and I just cannot get a good shot here. But if we're looking from the passenger side, here's your oil pan. And then right next to the oil pan, the very first cat is the one we're talking about. So this is the one that's up against the firewall. Your other one's going to be up here in the front of the vehicle. So we're not concerned with that one. We're focusing on this one. And it's bank 1, sensor 2, so the second sensor is here. It's back here. And I'm not getting a very good shot, but because it's in a bad spot. So let me see if I can get a little bit, so you can kind of see. So see that green thing? That's the axle. So if you're looking, it's right next to the axle. So there's the oxygen sensor tool that's on there, and that's my 3/8 version. It's a little shorter. I put that one on just to turn it because it's already broke loose. So here's the set that I'm using. So it's just a little 3-piece and it has 2 of these. Like I said, this one's a 1/2 inch, so it's a little bit longer than the other one, which the 3/8 is about like that long. So this one, I feel like if I didn't have this one, I don't know if I could have broke it loose. And I'm just, the only reason the other one is on there is because I couldn't turn it with my fingers. So I put the other one on there, and you know, it just assists to turn it, but now it's turning freely. And the main thing I'm trying to show you here is that once you get that socket on there, in my case, I use the 1/2 inch. I use the 1/2 inch with a 1/2 inch adapter to reduce it to a 3/8. So I use the adapter right on the socket, then an extension, and it came all the way down here. So here's my tool. Hold on, I'm gonna get it into position just so you can kind of see how I had it set up. Can you see that? Here's a better shot of the tool itself. So this reducer is a 1/2 inch to a 3/8. So this is a 3/8 ratchet, 3/8 extensions, and just that adapter. So we got it broke loose now, the wire's loose. I should be able to just turn it all the way loose by hand. God, that's terrible. So that's about the best I can show you. I'm gonna try to thread it out and then I'll show you when I get it out of here. But that's all you need to know. It's gonna be a pain to get the other one back into that spot and then thread it in. You're gonna need to get a couple threads on it to get it started. Okay, so I found this other clip here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to film it, but it's up here. God, man. This is just casting a shadow more than it's illuminating anything. But if you're looking and you see the axle there, you can see that wire. I'm gonna try to get my hand back here. See if you can see my finger. Fuck. All right, you see the wire moving? So there's one more clip right there. And it's just something that you can barely see it here, but you know, if you get your fingers in there, you can bend it and get it to where you could actually bend it and pull the wire loose. So that's what you're going to do, but that's the only other spot where I see that's connected, and just want to throw that in there so you don't get surprised with this. Alright, got the old one out. About to thread that new one back in. It's long-winded. You could kind of get to where you got 2 fingers on it to spin it, but you're going to have to use the tool to spin it, and just keep repositioning the tool. It's kind of long-winded that way, and it's frustrating. If you're doing it on your back like I am with limited amount of room, it's going to seem like it takes forever, but that's what you're going to have to do. And then to get it threaded in, it's, you know, probably going to be a pain too. Alright, sorry I didn't get any more video, but I tightened it up, used those 2 tools that I showed you earlier for the O2 sensor, those sockets. So I started with the 3/8 one till I got it snug enough. Then I swapped out to the 1/2 inch socket, and I kind of went back and forth because there's just a limited amount of room. You're only going to get like maybe a 1/4 turn at a time. So you got to really take your time and keep doing it until you feel that you've gotten it tight enough. And like I said, you're only going to be doing a 1/4 turn at a time, so you're going to have to get a feel for it and have an idea once you get it down to where it's at, because there's a crush washer on it, so you should be okay, you know, if it's not all the way up to torque, but you want to get it close. And that's really the only advice I can give you there. Then, you know, you follow these clips back up. There's that one on the bottom, and I was just laying on the ground here, and I started with that clip there. Then I came up to the top and I clipped it to the connector, and then I added or connected that last clip here, and last clip. Put, just slide it in like I showed you earlier, and then you're just going to connect it up there. Plug it into the connector, and it's good to go. Then this piece here goes back in. We have these little grommets here that, if you're confused about these things, I'll just give you a look at them. I had to replace a couple, so they're this size. You see how that center piece is out? That's what unlocks them. So once you put this in, you push that center piece in, that locks it. And the same to remove it. So you pull that center part out about that much, and the whole thing should come out. But anyways, that's really about all I could say. Then I'm going to put this wheel on and start it up. It's good to go.